Yeah. Hey, what's happening? This is F3 for right now. That's a podcast.
It's a work in process.
Yeah, me and my bros.
Figure out this name right quick.
Me and my bros. Josh Polit, we got Eddie Sisneros. There you go. I'm me, Pretty Cedrick, however you want to call it. This is the first installment of our podcast. We're out here in LA. I feel like we all transplants. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. This kid here is from Miami, Florida.
Odessa, Texas.
Odessa, Texas, finest.
West Texas in the house.
Odessa, Texas, finest.
Yeah.
In the house.
Odessa, San Antonio. Those are the two places I call home. So
that's dope. It's very hot in Texas. Yeah, he did. He's not a fan.
I don't mean to interrupt.
Oh, go. No, it's your show. He did.
You're a Spurs fan?
Trashes. All right.
Tony Parker.
Anyways, all right, guys. On this podcast, we talk about
got injured.
Fitness, sports, everything under the extreme sport fight world.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna start on some topics, and but first we're gonna introduce ourselves so you guys can kind of know who we are, what we do, and how we all met. I think we can all start by saying that we all met at Box and Burn.
Yep.
It's a boxing and fitness gym in Santa Monica, and we have a location in Brentwood as well. We're all trainers there. Yeah. And we all had different journeys to get there.
This is true.
And I don't know, the way we were just kind of talking about it, we're like three very knowledgeable guys.
I like to think so.
We figured we get together.
I was going to say charismatic
guys.
That's
and we figured we get
it.
together. And
kind of fly.
I feel like I am. I mean, I only can speak for myself.
Okay.
So yeah, why don't we all go around and kind of say a little bit about ourselves. Eddie,
Eddie.
I'll start off. So I'm Eddie Sisneros. Like I said, I'm from Texas. I'm a boxing instructor, primal health coach, personal trainer, and a stand-up comic. That's like a weird combination.
Yeah, the last one came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Stand-up comic.
You don't see too many boxing stand-up comics, I'll tell you right now. You might be setting a trend right here. You might be starting
It's a new road.
If this goes good,
less traveled.
You can be considered a sit-down comic.
See what I
did there? You see that? That's the kind of comedy you're going to get.
From Josh, okay.
From me.
It's terrible, but is this what you tuned into? This what you get?
Sorry.
Sit down, you should be, as you should be.
Okay, so
So
the biggest thing about me, I guess, where I made the transition from being a stand-up comic to fitness is I used to weigh over 316 pounds.
It's crazy.
All right?
Yeah.
So I started, in order to lose the weight, I had to educate myself.
Right.
So I had to start learning, start reading, and I just started to like it. Like, as hardcore as I am for comedy, as much as I love it, like, comedy's up here and fitness is just right below it, like an inch below it on the line.
Cool.
Because I found that it's a new passion. So for a long time, I fought it, like, try to keep the two worlds separate. But that's who I am. So that's a good combo. You don't have to be one or the other.
Do you think that it's eventually going to inch and become, like, on the same level, comedy and fitness?
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I mean, comedy was my first love and passion, so that's always going to be just a step above any other thing that I do.
Cool.
And that's what's going to take the most work and most. But fitness, they go hand in hand, I think.
Yeah, they do.
You know, because I learned through fitness that if you work hard at something, you set a goal, you can reach it.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Favorite comic? Who's your favorite comic?
Eddie Murphy.
Why?
Right off the top. He's the one that made me get into stand-up. Like, I had watched it as a kid. I grew up watching HBO. I would take a lot of trips with my family, be in the hotel, because I wouldn't get to watch HBO at home. We had no cable. It's just, So I would watch all those old school 80s,
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. I didn't get to Richard Pryor until after I started stand-up, but my friend brought over a VHS tape of Eddie Murphy Delirious. I was 19 years old. Eddie Murphy in that special's 19 years old. He just spoke to me. I was like,
I got
only
Raw
19?
Right there.
Yeah. Raw's another dope special too.
A VHS tape is like, for some of y'all that's born in like 1990, it's like a tape, and they had these things called like a VCR, right? And then you stick it in there, and then the tape would play, and then it would actually show what it was. So I know some of the kids I train now was born in like 95. They don't know what a VHS tape is, but yeah, that was way before DVD players and Blu-ray. So VHS. But yeah, that's cool, man. That's absolutely. You had the one with the red jumpsuit. What is that one?
Yeah, that's Delirious.
Yeah, Delirious. That's good.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Throw down some money. Or no, that's Martin Lawrence. This is Mom wants some ice cream.
There you go.
That's the Eddie Murphy right there.
Yeah, Delirious.
But yeah, that's what got me started into stand up, and then I lost the weight. My dad had a heart attack.
Damn.
Freaked me out. Yeah. So started educating myself. And
so wait, did you start before he had the heart attack or
after?
After.
Yeah. Dude, I was on diets my whole life, man. Like, you want to know somebody that tested every diet? I tested every diet. My mom had me on the grapefruit diet, where you just eat like grapefruit and like a boiled egg in the morning.
For real?
Yeah, no nutrition.
Have you heard about the Pop-Tart diet?
I haven't heard about the Pop-Tart diet.
When I was in wrestling, I went through this thing called the Pop-Tart and Jell-O diet, where I go to lunch, I wouldn't have breakfast. This is very bad. Wrestling is a very bad diet sport. Which is crazy. But anyways, so I used to go to lunch and get a Pop-Tart from the machine, and then just give one to my friend and eat literally just one piece of a Pop-Tart. Because in wrestling, it wasn't so much about like what you're kind of putting in yourself, but more like what actually weighs more, what's heavier. So I can have like if I can have like a big meal, it could be like chicken and like vegetables. That weighs more than one Pop-Tart. So the Pop-Tart wins over that. That's how crazy we were. And when I couldn't drink water or eat for like days, I would have sugar-free Jell-O. And that's what I'd eat. And ice.
That was it. Like,
ice.
So that's one diet I don't think you should have ever done or
actually, that's how he lost the weight. As a matter of fact, he lost the weight doing the Pop-Tart. There you go. There you go.
That's how I gained the weight. That's how I gained the weight was the Pop-Tart diet.
There you go.
Dude, I would eat whole boxes of macaroni. With whole cans of tuna.
We can't talk about fat boy things because I wasn't a fat boy, but I was a fat boy. I always tell my girlfriend I was a huge fat boy. Like I can tell you the things I ate, and I'm surprised myself that I didn't weigh 300 pounds because I used to eat bad. Like
same.
I didn't want to get into it. Like whole pies every day, like the big Costco size of like bagel bites, after like cheese puffs, orange soda, nuts. Like I was a huge I used to eat so bad, but I was always like in sports and stuff like that. So
so you just had that high metabolism.
Yeah, that's what helped.
Yeah.
But anyway, so tell us more about your journey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's I was like on a whole bunch of diets growing up and stuff, and this one time, this is how bad it was. My parents went out of town for like 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And they called and said they were like 3 hours away or something like that, right? I started running around the house. Inside the house, around the rooms, trying to lose weight to show them I lost weight before they got home.
You was
I was running on top of beds. I'm like 8.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so since like 8 years old, trying to lose weight and do all that stuff.
You were 8? Oh my God.
Yeah. And
I was still in diapers at 8. You kidding me? Losing weight at 8?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was already in. So I tried, man, and nothing stuck. I played soccer for a little bit, like in elementary school, so that helped me lose a little bit of weight.
Good.
But then as soon as I would stop, my diet was
back up.
So cut to being 21, 20. My dad has a heart attack. Me and my sister came home and we found him like in the room and stuff, kind of purple. We called the ambulance. Traumatic. Just messes with you. And me and my dad used to wear the same clothes. Like in junior high, like we would share clothes. Yeah, he was disabled. Like when I was 12, he got disabled. Had a back injury. Just years of like surgeries and pills got to him, and he just started gaining weight. You know, just it takes a toll on you. And so he had that heart attack that freaked me out. It had me thinking like, dude, I want to have kids one of these days. I want to be that dad that's out running around, playing football, teaching my kids, something. So since then, I just started. That's what made me make that change.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And now you're at Box and Burn?
Now I'm at Box and Burn, yeah. Technically since January.
Technically?
I started like in August or something, but quit for a little bit, came back.
That's good. I don't think our members know your journey.
Yeah.
So if they watch this, now you guys know. When you see Eddie, he's been through so much. Dude knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Knows a lot about nutrition. If you ever have any questions, ask him. Clearly, he knows his stuff. He lost a lot, and you're still on it because you just lost. For what, like a few weeks ago,
Oh, yeah. So what was it, like a month ago, I hollered at Josh. I was like, dude, because here's the thing. Everybody else there has some kind of fighting background.
Yeah.
Everybody else is a boxer. I have no background in this.
Yeah.
I just picked it up, and I'm learning, and I know my position. I'm very humble about it, and I'm trying to learn as much as possible. And it's been going good.
Good.
But I wanted to test myself and put myself through like a fight camp or something, at least prepare for it.
Yeah.
So I got with Josh, and he gave me a couple tips, and he told me to do 2 a days, you know, gave me a couple guidelines to follow, and I've just been following them all month, and I'm already down like, I think it's been like 12, 13 pounds. So I was 205, and now I'm like at 192 when I weighed myself this morning. And the goals was 185, and I still got like 3 or 4 days to do that. Which if I sweat it out,
cutting,
like actual
that's real
like,
cutting.
Yeah, I really cut it.
Shit.
I'm not gonna go that deep with it. It was just a test.
Okay.
But you're still going, man. You're still going. You're still losing weight. You're getting stronger, and you guys will see the journey as it happens, as it unfolds. And so that's Eddie, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Eddie. That was some deep stuff. I really don't know how to segue from that. Ain't no time for steady saying it. Can we segue into Yash or something? Yeah, man. No, that's dope.
Cedrick from Atlanta.
Yeah. Cedrick from Atlanta.
Born in Alabama.
Yes. Born in Alabama.
He's a football man.
Yeah, absolutely. Different
Sorry
from
about
Eddie.
your Falcons. I know it's been a while, but
that was a good night. But
yeah.
So it was an interesting night. Yeah, you had to. But no, yeah. Like Eddie was saying, was a little different. Was that I was put in sports from an early age. So when I was smaller, I used to play football from like age 5. And what's crazy now is like kids these days, they play like flag football and all this stuff. We had like full contact. Like I was smashing into like 7-year-olds because I was heavier. So they had pound ball. So it was how much you weighed. So I was like 6 or whatever, smashing in like 8 or 9-year-olds because they were heavier at an early age. So, I mean, I've always been in sports my whole life. And I think just from where I was, just in Atlanta and in Alabama, it's just a big part of the culture just from where we are. So, you just had to do it. So, I always grew up in sports, and I always been pretty athletic, and the only reason why was A, I wanted to get girls. That was the real reason.
For real?
And then B, all the guys that were in the same group. Yeah, well, I wanted to get guys too. Yeah, so I wanted to get girls and guys.
He's greedy.
No, the guys. Yeah, exactly. I wanted them both. Now, the guys used to always, tease you if you weren't good at sports. So I credit a lot of to being athletic and being good at what I do is to bullying. It was a large part of why I stayed in sports or why I tried to be really good and worked hard and take it for what you may be. But that's really what it was. I just wanted to get girls, and I wanted to be better than all the other guys in my class and my group.
Yep.
And, so started out with football, transitioned into basketball, got to high school, and one of the coaches said, I bet you couldn't do soccer. Did soccer. I would have did wrestling, but basketball and wrestling were always during the same time. So I never really
liked that Pop-Tart diet, though.
Yeah.
I would have loved it. I would have loved that.
I would have loved the Pop-Tart diet. I grew up also playing baseball. I was a pretty good third baseman for a little while. But I credit my parents a lot for throwing me out there because I remember when I first started football, I hated it. I cried the whole time, and my dad would just look at me and be like, nope, go back out there. So I was kind of forced into it. But eventually, like I said, I started to get good at it, and when I started to get good at it, I stuck with it and kept playing. Yeah. So, I mean, I value your story because you didn't have that, having to be in it. I kind of got forced into it. Started boxing in college. I took like this weird, like it was like a boxing boot camp class, and the coach happened to be my coach at the school. So I boxed at Georgia State University, which is like college boxing. But anyway, I took this class. And the coach was the head coach of boxing at Georgia State University. And he was like, you should come out and do it. And he was a Muay Thai guy from Philly. And his name was Randy. Shout out to Coach Randy. And he sent me this stuff. And we used to train about 3 or 4 times a week. And we had a bunch of other guys who were like way better than I was. A lot of what I learned about boxing was me getting beat up a lot. By just guys who were just a lot better than I was. So I got thrown into it, and I had to learn really fast because it was really rogue. It wasn't like, oh, like in boxing, man, how you throw the 1-2. It wasn't that. It was like, said, get in there. Here's this guy, fight. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Yeah, don't get hit, move your head. So you had to learn on the job, which I appreciate now because it forced me to be sharp. Like it forced me to be like, get in there and do it. Like
that's
I hate now.
That's how it should be in everything, man.
I agree. Exactly. I look at people now and I'm like, yeah, just pick it up and go. Like the problem now is my patience is short when I see people are just like, what do I do? And I like, when I was learning, it was like, go in there and do it and learn it while you're doing it. Some people can't do that, which I understand.
Nope.
But like even now, like I would much rather somebody say, go ahead and try it and see what you can do first. And then I'll coach you along the way, as opposed to be like, this is how you do it. Now go try and apply it, which may not be always the best way. But that's how boxing came to me, was that I went to the class and then I went to actual like college boxing team practice. And like they obviously had been doing it, so they didn't need to go over the 1-2s. They were just like, yeah, coach, we like ready to spar. So we would do spar.
So they needed a punching bag is what they needed.
No, it wasn't no punching bag.
Like
no, none of that. No, Coach Randy wasn't about to do no running backs. We would do ropes. We would do like workout, and then it would be like sparring and like boxing, tactical work, like hands-on, like slips. And this is you respond to the slip and you roll, and this is how you actually work. And then at the end, it would always be like sparring. And yeah, you just had to learn by getting beat up. And I feel like that's how boxing comes to most people. I don't think. Like there's no real like they say boxing's not a sport. You don't play boxing. You like box. You don't play boxing. And
well, most boxers really get their experience from sparring.
Right.
Not so much from
from like holding mitt. Yeah. Mitt work is great. I love mitt work. It challenged me in a different way now. But as you mentioned, like most boxers aren't like heavy on mitt work. They're more like sparring, get sparring partners, and like there's a difference between somebody telling you what's coming and like having no idea what's coming. And trying to react and read and like notice tendencies, like see what somebody's doing and try to take advantage of what somebody's doing and how to move and like navigate the ring. And it's just a whole different aspect, which I valued and take that with me to boxing, bro. And I came out here to LA, not for boxing at all. I came out to LA on a job. I was at Georgia State University and a weight loss camp in Thousand Oaks reached out to me, and I was doing fitness at the time there too. And they was like, "Can you want to come out here and get these kids in the shape?" And I was like, "Sure, why not?" So I was in Thousand Oaks. You're right, bro. Like,
Josh got the ghost in the.
Yeah, I was just like, "What is this?"
For those of you that are listening to us, there's a Darth Vader.
Absolutely.
And he will cut you.
He will.
I don't know if y'all can see the hat.
The most ratchet hat, and he will cut you.
So continue. Sorry.
Yash, you just told me out.
Josh freaking.
But anyway, point being is, I was approached by this group that wanted me to train kids in Thousand Oaks. So I came out here. They flew me out. They put me up for a whole summer coaching these kids, these heavy kids, to be a weight loss coach. So I was doing that every day, like get them to play sports, wake them up, go for a brief jog. And a lot of it was more so counseling because, these kids got self-esteem issues. They got other type of stuff. So it was just me trying to.
Nothing about that.
All right. Sorry, Eddie. Yeah, you would understand. You didn't always had the swag since birth.
Day one.
Yeah, these kids did not have that. They'd gone through some stuff. And it was really empowering. It was a great experience for me to see them change and to see them get confidence and to see them grow throughout this little summer camp. While I was there, I just decided I was just going to move to LA. And unfortunately, what happened was one of the people I met there I ended up being a really good friend with. He had made the same decision. He just decided he was going to stay here in LA. Or not in LA, but Thousand Oaks is kind of LA, but it's not. It's a bit of a ways out. But he decided he was going to stay in California and decided to move to LA. So he ended up doing that. So I stayed with him for a little while. I went back home, told my mom, I was like, "Mom, I'm going to move to LA." She was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to move to LA." And she was like, "Best of luck." We had a little cry session and we did what we had to do. And then, like a month later, I moved out here and then I was working this was funny because it's kind of how I met Yash. I was working at like H&M and like these little odd jobs and like trying to figure out the fitness industry out here. So I was working at like H&M. I worked at I was a PE coach for a little while.
That's why you wear those bike shorts, right?
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah,
right.
he wears bike shorts.
That's right. So I was,
his whistle's tucked in right now, guys.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was watching little kids. It was a P because for little kids in Crenshaw, which I still sub for from time to time. So that was kind of helping me get there. And then, like I said, eventually I stumbled upon Box and Burn, and Tony reached out to me and was like, "Come in." I held mitts for Jack Story, who's like 7'1", but I held for him for like 10 minutes. And Tony was like, "When can you start?" And then I started to get into classes and stuff, and then I had to figure out lefties a little bit. But it's been a journey, man. It's been great. Stay busy now. I say I met Yash because we had kind of a come to meeting at Tony's place one time.
Oh yeah.
And we both were working, like Yash was working at this restaurant, and he was like, "Man, I want to go full time at Box and Burn, but I'm making good money."
I know.
And I was sitting there with him the same, like, "Yeah, I'm with you. I want to make the jump into this, like, but I don't want to do it." And not, and for a while it was like that. For a while I was like not busy, not getting any clients, like barely on classes. It was just like, like when, as a matter of fact, y'all should send me a client, like, "Said, you slow, you want to train this kid?" And then I was like, it was like, "Said, I see you struggling. Don't cry." He saw me in the back crying. He was like, "Come on, champ, let's go," and send me a kid. But we both were apprehensive to just go full time because we didn't really know what we was getting into. But it's been a journey, and I've been.
Now it's going good. Now you're busy and
yeah.
Trainer of the month.
Oh, here we go. We could not mention that.
Well,
hashtag trainer of the month.
Yeah, we're
in
May for
now.
April. Yeah, we're in May, so I don't know who the up and coming trainer. I may go back to back, guys. How I'm feeling.
No one's going
back. I may go back to back like Dre. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, man, that's kind of the long and short of it all. Yash, my brother Yash, I love working with. We work some of the shifts together.
We work a lot of the shifts together.
Yeah, we work a lot of it too. But yeah, man, that's my spiel. What about you?
What a journey! I feel like I lived it with you.
It's not Eddie's.
I gotta say, I felt like I was listening to the Bo Jackson story. You play soccer.
I did.
Football. He's boxing.
I was a very busy kid. And it wasn't by choice.
About wall ball and tennis.
It wasn't by choice.
Said the sub.
That's
good stuff. I feel like we're a little bit closer,
It's good. Cool. Good, yeah.
We're bonding, guys.
On to me now.
We're doing it.
And now Yash.
So my journey, wow. How do I, compete with those two stories?
No, you got it.
All right. So I am an MMA, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu fitness coach at Box and Burn. I'm one of the head trainers there. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
I had to drop that. My squad, though. But anyways, I have I've been fighting now. Wow, time flies. Like 12 years. 12 years.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Nice. Goodness,
I did all the sports kind of like you guys. Like I was a bigger kid when I was small, so I played football because it was in my family. Believe it or not, I hated football.
That's crazy.
I hated playing it.
Oh yeah.
I love basketball. I played basketball, did karate, I did all that stuff.
Same. I did karate too.
But I hated football. I played that one the most because it was in my. It got passed down from like generation to generation. But I was a big kid, so I was a center.
I was a linebacker.
I
never took you for a center. Yeah,
I loved it. Like being center was dope to me. I loved snapping the ball.
Yeah.
I was the powerful guy.
Yeah.
But something about it, man. Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to be like something fun, like a receiver or something. But
that would be nice.
I was a big boy. So, anyways, I used to eat really bad, and then I used to be a very bad kid. I used to fight all the time in the streets, and just all the time. That's all I did. That's all we did in Miami, in the streets of Miami, just ride bikes and get into trouble. And so I 10th grade, I was at like a new school, and this guy, just like this random guy, just asked me to. He was like, "Hey, why don't you do wrestling?" And back then, like, people, we used to look at wrestlers like if you're like a little hood kid, like I was a little shit, but like I was a little shit kid. I had a good heart, but I was a shit kid.
That's good. That's good to know where your heart is, Josh.
I was an asshole, but I had a good heart.
Yeah.
When people said wrestling, I was kind of like, wrestling, that's that thing where you gotta wear the tights, We're stupid. This is the 2000s, like this is, we used to say things like that, like, oh, tights, I don't want to do that, and touch boys, like it was so stupid. Now that I think back at it, because all those dorks that were like from like my middle school that did wrestling that I thought were dorks, ended up becoming my friends in high school, and were sick wrestlers, like state champions and stuff like that. Yeah. So in middle school, they're like, everybody's like, oh, the wrestlers, but then in high school, they were all badass and like sick. So anyways, 10th grade, I tried wrestling. I don't know what happened, but it did something to me. I was good at so many other sports, but what wrestling did to me mentally was something that I couldn't get from those sports. Like, I love playing soccer. Like, right now, if we were to play soccer, that to me is like, I'll be happy. It's not a sport to me. It's just pure fun, pure joy. Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, all that stuff is hard as shit. But what it did to me mentally, like, I just had to stick with it. I lost weight. I started, like, cutting back on things. Like, I used to eat really, really bad. I used to eat, like, McDonald's. I used to eat, like I was telling you guys earlier, really, really bad things. And then I started cutting from – had to drink water. So I went from Coke to drinking just Diet Pepsi, and from Diet Pepsi to juices, and then juices to water. Now all I drink is like water and coffee.
I'm just glad you stopped doing Coke. Thank goodness. I saw you in the back, and I was like, yo, son, you were doing 3 lines. I was like, yo, you got to relax, Josh.
What is Miami? Anyways, no drugs. I was doing that aspect. But anyways, so, and then I started I lost like 20 pounds in my first 2 months in wrestling. I went from 160 all the way down to 140. Quick, like this. Like, I don't think it was 2 months. I think it was like my first month. Nuts. So I was hooked. So I did it through 11th grade. I went to another school that was better at wrestling, had a better wrestling program, which is Braddock. And just stuck with it. Was like sick. Like, was like, undefeated all through junior year. I was like on top of the world. Like, high school was awesome for me. So, and then senior year, I had weight cutting problems. I couldn't cut weight. So, long story short, wrestling got complicated senior year. And then I was going to wrestle in Chicago. That was an option, but I didn't want to, leave home. I'm sure pet mothers, like Latin mothers and people from the South like you are. Like, our mothers are, so it was hard to leave, and then I wanted to wrestle in the Navy, and then my coach talked me out of it. So I did the next best thing. I went to a boxing gym because I needed something. Like, literally the day I stopped wrestling in high school, I went straight to a boxing gym. And there is an amazing boxing gym. It's not there anymore. It's called Knockout Boxing in Miami. And I was on top of an ice arena, so you use like the cold air from the ice arena to like cool it. So it was super dope. Nice. And it was always empty when I went every day. And like, it was just like me, like one of the coaches and the front desk guy, and then they're boxing. I was like boxing, and one of the guys kind of took me under his wing and showed me everything in boxing. We'd do sparring, the whole thing. But one of the guys there, I would always see him. It would always be me just hitting the bags and hitting the double end ball and stuff. And there'd be this guy they're just doing, mind you, this is 05, 06. This guy doing like jiu-jitsu and like in like little shorts, and I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like, nobody, MMA didn't exist back then.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, what it is now.
So I saw again, I asked him, like, what are you doing? He's like, MMA. I'm like, what's that? And he's like, you know that thing, once again, back to like VHS, when you go to Blockbuster, it's another thing people don't know about Blockbuster. In the back, in like the R-rated section, they had like the UFC fights.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I was like, I'm like, that thing in the cage? He's like, yeah, that's what I do. And I'm like, that thing that's like on like pay-per-view, and you got to be like over 18 to watch and rent it at Blockbuster. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like,
Josh, why not, Josh? You do that? Yeah. No way.
But that was crazy back then. It was crazy. And I was like, what is that? I'm like, that's so nuts to me that he would fight like
in a cage.
Back then, there like wasn't even like, there was a lot of it was pancreation, so they didn't even have gloves. So I was like, that is crazy. How can you do that? And I'm like, I want to do that. Like, so I just wanted to do, like, I had this mental craziness from wrestling that I just wanted to do crazy things. Like, everything that I thought was crazy and couldn't be done, I wanted to do it. So I was like, I'm going to go to the Navy and be a Navy SEAL. Like, I just wanted to be a professional badass. Yeah. So I got into MMA. He took me. He's now Crew Dave Gomez out of Miami. He's still there running the Miami fight scene. Nice. And I just did a bunch of fights, man. I just, like you were saying about boxing, they kind of just throw you in there. Now, I see a lot of guys, especially a lot of people that are amateur boxers or amateur fighters, and they have like one fight, and then like they won't have another amateur fight for like a long time, and then they have in another couple months. No, in Florida, at least where I'm from, it was just every weekend. Like, there was no, like, my coach didn't even ask me. He'd be like, you're fighting next weekend. I'm like, cool. Like, hey, you're fighting next weekend again. Cool. So you literally fight like every weekend, like all these smoker fights, and then you get into, I got into amateurs, and we did like individual. I didn't do MMA until later, but I just did like Thai fights. I did like jiu-jitsu. Actually, man, this is like mad old school, but Kimbo, rest in peace. They used to do those backyard fights,
Yeah.
And down there in Miami, and they used to do backyard jiu-jitsu fights too. Yeah, I used to do them, and a bunch of UFC guys like Bruce Leroy, George Masvidal got started in that whole, Miami scene, and I used to be in the same fight cards as George Masvidal. Me and Bruce Leroy, we used to run all the Miami jiu-jitsu tournaments back then. So yeah, I know a bunch of the UFC, like all these guys that I know from Miami from when I was young are now on the UFC. So it's one of those where had I kept going, I know I would have done great. That was with a good team. That long story short, I went after knockout boxing. I just kept moving. I went to FFA with these guys called the Avalon Brothers. That's where I met Kimbo when he was I was a blue belt, and I used to do jiu-jitsu. Super nice guy. And then they're still running a lot of they're really popular down there in Miami. And then I went to American Top Team, which, as you guys know, people who watch the UFC, is huge. Now it started getting big again because it kind of had the American Top Team didn't have any champions for a good minute, and then now Robbie Lawler, Tyron Woodley, Joanna, got a bunch of guys in there. So I went to American Top Team. I'm not even gonna say my whole journey of how I got here. I'll say that for another time. But yeah, I'm a trainer at Box and Burn. I do functional fitness. I'm a functional fitness specialist through the Honored Academy.
Nice.
I do primal flow, which is a kind of a thing that I picked up from Pilates and jiu-jitsu and body weight movements and a bunch of stuff. And I love it there. It's a good gym. I also train some amateur Muay Thai guys, and we'll continue to talk about my journey. My journey is really long, and I don't want to bore you guys with the details. But yeah,
he's basically a beast, guys. Josh is the man.
For lack of a better term, he's also. I think. Are you doing porn now or no? He's also an actor. I think he does. Yeah. He does porn, right? Is that right?
No.
Okay.
You guys don't see the mustache.
There you go. He's got the porn stash, but
no, I did
he's
it because I want
to be an accomplished actor too. He's done some pretty cool things on the acting scene out here in Hollywood, not to be mentioned, but
I'm sure. I don't want to. You guys probably recognize my face from.
Yeah. You probably see me around. I mean. Yeah, he was in the last Iron Man. He was, he was in that.
No. I was gonna be in the last.
That's
Iron
right.
Man.
You were, and then.
But then they went scheduling issues. Right. I had a client, so
he declined
it.
Yeah.
Okay, clients come first, guys.
Numbers, that's true. Yeah, you could make it. The numbers just weren't right.
So that's us, guys. That's a little bit about us. We can bore you here with all the details. We're all old here, so our lives are very long and very intricate. True. But yeah, pretty much right now we're trainers out of California's #1 gym, Box and Burn. Mm-hmm. So I think we're pretty knowledgeable of everything. We have comedian, we have a guy who knows about football, we all know about sports, we all know about boxing, we all know about MMA. So those are things we're going to talk about. Things that have to do fitness, fighting, and sports, and just whatever comes up. Just general stuff. Random stuff. We're going to be cursing a lot. I don't think we've cursed that much today.
Not yet, but I would imagine it will go up here shortly.
Yeah. Soon. So first thing, obviously, the obvious thing we're going to talk about is the Canelo and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Real quick though. I do got Facebook Live going on.
Oh, what's happening? Facebook Live. What's up? Who's watching us right now?
What is that? No.
Yeah, check us out. How many views we got right now?
Tony's on there. What up?
It's 1,003. So we doing good. Only 1,003.
We'll get there.
Make sure you comment. Is it Tony's?
What
up, Tone? Tone watching, and he loves it. Thanks, Tone. Kaz is watching. Hey, Kaz, what's happening?
Was that all the way from Ireland?
We're in Ireland.
Yeah. We global. So that's good.
We're global.
Yeah.
Guys, forgive us for
thanks.
It's our first day. So, we're in a couch.
I just wanted to say, I'm about to just wanted to do a quick preview on Facebook Live. We're about to end it. But if you guys want to help us, we still need to come up with the name for this podcast.
Yeah, we still fill the name.
So if you have any suggestions, you guys on Facebook, leave us some comments. We'll get at you. And
Sexy Podcast Boys.
Maybe. I think that'll work. Or like we said, one was
Opposite Oreo Cookie Podcast.
Ooh,
that one's up there.
Kind of dig it.
I like
S'mores Podcast.
S'mores, okay.
Yes.
Did I say sexy boys?
Anyway, I think sexiness
you said the
has
word
to
sexy
be involved.
A number of
I feel like
at least 10 times.
So something sexy,
something
guys. Help us out. Something with sexy in it.
Sexy
Podcast Boys.
So we're ending the Facebook Live feed. Keep on the lookout for the actual podcast, and we'll be posting it. Share, do all that good stuff. Oh, Instagram at Eddie Sisneros. Also, Eddie _BNB.
Said_BNB.
Josh Polit BNB.
There we go, guys.
See you,
Appreciate
Facebook.
Peace.
Fight time.
Good. So, you were saying.
Canelo
versus
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
Right. So, we set the table a little bit.
What do you guys got? Who do you guys got?
Well, I mean, for people that don't follow boxing, it's important to know that Canelo Alvarez is probably the elite Mexican fighter right now. I don't think there's any debate in that. He's the name.
He's the face of Mexican boxing right now.
He's the face of Mexican boxing. And why this fight is important or makes sense or why it's intriguing at all is because Julio Cesar Chavez's father was the face. Yeah, some would consider to be the greatest Mexican fighter of all time.
Top 5.
Minus, I would say Oscar probably would be, if not the best. He's right there with Oscar De La Hoya as being one of the best or the best Mexican fighter of all time.
Oscar made it more commercial and to the masses.
He changed the sport in that he would change weight classes. He would fight anybody, anytime, fight all the elite fighters. Oscar always has my respect because he would go and fight Hearns and fight these guys, these elite guys who like Hagler and all these guys who were just like top of the world, and he didn't care what weight class, what catch weight, he would fight them. Whereas now, kind of the knock on Alvarez is that there's this guy Triple G looming at the top.
Triple G.
He's ducking.
He is.
Even though he says he's not.
He's navigating around ever so slightly, and taking this fight as opposed to that fight. While, Triple G, he looked kind of old in his last fight versus Jacobs. He didn't really look.
Well, that's because you were going for Jacobs.
Not necessarily, but I was hoping to see a stronger performance out of Triple D. Anyhow, about tonight, Canelo Alvarez, Cesar Chavez. We've talked to Julio. What is the fuck? Cesar Chavez. Julio Cesar Chavez.
JCC.
There you go. We talked to some guys, and we got some pretty interesting guys at the gym we work at, being in LA. And we talked to some guys. We got some inside sources about training camps and things of that nature. So, obviously, JCC comes from a background where he didn't really necessarily have to fight, have to earn a fight. He's living off of his father's legacy, more or less. And, some question his hunger. He hasn't really had a elite fight, so to speak. But he comes into this fight with Canelo, and I think the general consensus is that Canelo's a heavy favorite and he's going to do well. I think the good thing about JCC is that he's got a chin. He's a Mexican warrior, and that's pretty much for Mexicans in general.
Like his father. His father had the best chin ever.
He would always get up. He would get knocked down and get right back up. He's like, there's no stopping the fight.
But JCC is, I don't know about the whole getting back up thing. I mean, he gets up, but he kind of gives up. He kind of is a big giver-upper.
So there's questions. There's questions that loom about JCC as opposed to heart and conditioning. And if he's ready for a spotlight like this, because, again, he's fighting the premier fighter. Now, he is taller as far as bigger than Canelo, which gives him an advantage in that way. But the thing about Canelo is that he's very guarded as far as, like, the fights that he's in. So they chose JCC for a reason. And I would imagine that reason is because they don't think that, A, he can handle the power, and B, that he's not as technical and good
the money
boxer.
Fight, too.
And it's a money fight for JCC.
It's huge.
It is.
The amount of marketing this fight has is unreal.
The drama behind it, the fact that they're fighting for that top spot in Mexico.
That
number one spot.
Yeah.
And like you said, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. has that legacy of his father, but he has to kind of work harder just to prove himself. Right. So he has to struggle too. Yeah. Even though he came from money, he still had to deal with
I mean, there's a legacy. Yeah. He's just
that's pressure. Man.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of pressure.
He can't deal with the pressure already from other previous fights, and in this one, this is like the most pressure he'll ever have. Like,
this is true.
He's known for being a huge fuck up. He's like. Huge fuck up. Yeah. He parties too much. He's just not cared in the past and has had trouble and stuff like that. Yeah. But if he beats Canelo, people are gonna forget about all that.
Yeah.
Nobody will care. This is it. This is the fight. If he beats Canelo, none of that matters.
That's true.
None of that.
True.
Because he's training. He's working hard.
He is.
He's up in high elevation. I don't know if y'all's been watching the HBO. 24/7, all that. That's a dope spot where he's training at, though. I just wanted to say that. That in Mexico.
Believe you me, they are pumping money into him to win this fight.
Yeah, he knows.
He knows there's a lot on the line. And
I don't think he'll go down. I think that like you said, he's got a chin. If he goes down, it'll be probably with a body shot.
Exactly.
Or something like that.
So exactly. So when we saw in the last fight versus Liam Smith, Canelo's power to the body is pretty much what ended Liam. Like, great, love Liam, came out of the gym. Love you, Liam. But yeah, body shot, the power Canelo possesses is something you really can't prepare for.
And Liam's a big guy. Liam's a big guy.
Yeah, right.
He came to the gym and we saw him.
Yeah.
And he stood next to me. He's pretty big.
He's a big
Canelo
guy.
used to come to my old restaurant in Beverly Hills all the time. And he's smaller than me. Like, I felt good next to Canelo. Like, I'm like, man, I'll beat Canelo up. And Liam seemed like my size, you know what I'm saying? So it goes to show you the power that Canelo has. Like, Liam has such a great defense.
Yes.
And he put his elbows real nice and tight. And he took, like, most of those punches with his elbows. Like, he cut him right here. Right. But they went, like, right through him. Like, they made him look so light. And even he said it.
He did.
That he couldn't believe he said it on another podcast, on the Boxing Life, that the power of Canelo, he couldn't believe it.
How strong he is, yeah. So, I mean, that's really what it's going to come down to is how JCC responds to the power and taking a shot like that, because I don't think it's I think it's when. So when he gets hit like that, how will he respond? What will JCC do to prove that he deserves to be in the ring with a fighter the caliber of Canelo? Yeah. I think that's what we all want to see. When I first heard the fight, I was disappointed. Obviously, I thought he would try to make Triple G happen before Triple G hits 50. And with boxing, it's a lot of politics and stuff that you wait till a guy is 55, then you want to get the fight. So I was hoping that would happen, but JCC poses some interesting dynamics, I'll say the least. So we'll see what happens tonight. I'm not familiar with the undercard fights. I wish I would have known who was on the undercard.
Lemieux in the undercard.
Oh, wow.
Lemieux's on the undercard.
Wow, I did not know that.
Because he's fighting somebody that nobody knows about.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's obviously nasty, so it'll be fun. It'll be good. Yeah. Who do you got winning, Eddie?
I'm rooting for Chavez, man, just because everybody likes an underdog story. Not saying he's the underdog, but
he is.
Just
he's a heavy underdog.
600 under.
I like that he has something to prove. He has something to fight for.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He does.
He has the legacy of his father, of his family's name, like just all that. You want to see that dude win just because of that.
That'll be nuts. They'll make like Creed 2 out of it.
Yeah.
He wins this fight, man. This will be his legacy. Like,
you have two Latino actors here. If you guys
obviously Creed 2. He signed these guys. Shameless plug.
We got Cuban, Mexican.
But you mentioned it would make for an incredible story, and then I think the question becomes like, what happens with Canelo or what happens with JCC? I think obviously you start talking about JCC versus Triple G, but with Canelo, like if he does lose this fight, what happens? I think the most dangerous thing that can happen is for this fight to go to the cards, because I feel like the judges are going to want to sway it towards Canelo to keep that Triple G Canelo fight alive, because that really is the fight right now, minus the Mayweather McGregor fight that may or may not happen.
People forgot about that. People start talking about that.
Right. So in the boxing realm, I think even though we do have some great fights coming up, and I think we got Brooke and I don't know if it's Brooke and Spence coming up, which is going to be awesome. And then,
we'll have a podcast just about that.
Yeah. And we do got some boxing is definitely has some incredible fights coming up. But so if Canelo, if some weird fate happens to lose tonight, I think it kind of spins the boxing realm on its head to kind of figure out what happens. But I'm with you. I think we all assume that Canelo's going to win, and we all assume that. I don't know. I don't know if we assume that.
Let's hope we get a good fight. That's what
I would think it's going to be a good fight.
I want to see a good old-fashioned Mexican standoff.
Just going at it. But Canelo doesn't do that.
There's never a boring fight.
I would love that, and I would love for Canelo just to sit in the center of the ring and they just brawl it out. Canelo's not going to do that. He's just not that type of fighter. He's technical. He looks for his shots. He picks his spots, gets in, gets out. But, to see like old school, like Hagler Hearns fights, you won't get that no more. You won't get any more of that. But
Joshua Klitschko was like,
it was
really good.
How lucky are we back-to-back weekends?
You're right.
It's lucky
May has been a great month for fights, and
May 13th.
And as you mentioned, Klitschko, May 13th.
Next weekend.
Is that
guys? UFC.
Is that Cerrone or is that
Cerrone? No, that's the next one. We got
Cerrone.
UFC 211.
211. Okay.
One of the best cards I think in a long time.
Dos Santos.
We got. Let me just read it off to you guys. For you UFC fans or fight fans.
All two of you.
We got Miocic, Dos Santos. All two of us. Miocic, Dos Santos 2.
Yeah.
We got Joanna ATT baby versus Andrade. We have Damian Maia versus George Masvidal, which that's the fight I'm looking forward to the most. We have Mexican MMA sensation Yair Rodriguez.
Oh, man.
Edgar is back in. Yeah, Frankie Edgar. Excuse me.
Who gets Frankie?
Frankie Edgar is in there.
Whoa.
And that's not even, that's the main card, guys.
I think that's a good fight. The Edgar Rodriguez
that is
fight.
nuts.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, he's
about to put Mexico on the map for MMA.
Real.
You know?
Yeah, he's so dope.
You know, we got Eddie Alvarez versus Dustin Poirier on the undercard, guys. That is crazy.
Tell
we have an ex-champion.
I don't know who
Poirier is out of American Top Team as well.
Is he?
American Top
Alvarez, I'm familiar with.
He fought Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he lost.
He's a heavy hitter. Eddie Alvarez lost to McGregor, so they've both lost to McGregor. That's what they have in common. And we got just two stand-up guys. Eddie Alvarez, that's going to be a battle.
Yeah.
Dustin Poirier is a heavy hitter. He likes to stand up. He likes to trade shots. Yeah. And Alvarez, I don't know if his chin's up for it after, getting knocked out by Conor. He'll probably try to take him down. Yeah. So it'll be a scrap. It'll be a good fight. It's on the undercard, guys. That's crazy. That is. The undercard goes on and on. But yeah, who we got up next? First fight on the card, we got Henry Cejudo versus Sergio Pettis. That's Anthony Pettis' younger brother, who's on a tear right now.
Yeah,
we got Cejudo, who's an Olympic wrestling gold medalist. For those of you that don't know, and he's a beast. So this fight is gonna be exciting. They're both gonna battle it out. It's gonna be nuts. It's just brawls. That's a brawl. We got Edgar versus Yair. Yair's the up and coming he's a superstar. You've seen the guy fight. He has a Taekwondo background, but he makes it work for the UFC. He does spin kicks. He just finished coming off a win off of BJ Penn, which is my all-time favorite fighter. But he's old and should have stayed retired. It was hard to watch that fight. Yair just kicks like a beast. He's good on the ground. He's amazing. This is the test right here. If he beats Frankie Edgar, an ex-champ, who's not on the way down because he's
how much does Edgar have left?
He's still a sick wrestler. He's been putting on a couple good fights lately. He's looking like old.
It's just
like
a tough division, man. There's like so many killers there.
I mean, they have just kind of like boxing. MMA also diverts fights like Conor McGregor. Like they're saving him as well. They didn't really give him fights that don't match up too well. Like they should have given him Frankie Edgar a long time ago because he's a sick wrestler. So you don't want to see Conor. Look what happened to what did he fight that he almost lost to? My God, from Alpha Male.
Nate Diaz.
He
did lose it.
Jesus Christ.
Chad, right?
Chad Mendes. Jesus Christ. Chad Mendes took that fight on 2 weeks' notice and almost beat Conor McGregor because he took him down. What happens is he got gassed out, he got up, got caught. Frankie Edgar is always ready. You get Frankie Edgar in a full camp, like he could have beat Conor back then. I don't know about now. He's a superstar. But so it's going to be a brawl. We got Edgar Rodriguez. And then my favorite card of the fight, we have Damian Maia, probably the best jiu-jitsu specialist in MMA, against George Masvidal, who is from the Miami. He's on the Easy Money tour right now. I literally just bought a shirt. One of his shirts says Easy Money, has the Cuban flag in the background to support because he's on a tear. He just came off that Cerrone fight, which put him on the map.
There you go.
He just beat, to me, the best Cerrone we've ever seen. He's in shape. He was looking good. He's coming off a win streak. George Masvidal is on a tear right now, but he's fighting against the best jiu-jitsu specialist in the game, who's also on a tear as well, who's been denied the title fight many times. So that fight is going to be crazy. I think that's going to be the best fight of the night. We got Joanna.
Man. Dude,
is anybody really going to beat Joanna?
Yeah,
never.
It's tough.
No one's going to beat Joanna.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I saw her last time and she was, sharp. Just sharp.
No one's going to beat her unless she fights this girl again. Her fellow Polish.
Can we all admit?
Who did she sign with Nunes? Who just signed the fight with Nunes? I think it was her.
With Amanda Nunes? No. Yeah. Isn't Amanda Nunes just fighting again?
She's fighting
Valentina.
Yes.
Shevchenko.
Okay. Shevchenko. Okay, so it's different.
That's gonna be a nasty card. And then we have, of course, for the belt, we got Stipe and Junior Dos Santos 2. That's gonna be a fun fight. I mean, it's a headliner because he's got the belt. But it's going to be two, Dos Santos is a boxer. great hands. And Miocic is just knocking fools out left and right. Yeah, just knocking people out. Stipe is looking better than ever. He's young, he's fresh, he's confident. And Junior's just try to, come back to the top. He used to be, he wants the belt back. But to me, I don't think he's got it in him anymore to take on Miocic, who's, fresh and
it's evolved so far since.
Since he was a champ. Yeah. And he's had couple of tough losses. So I don't know. I think Miocic got it, but I think the good fight is going to be the Maia Masvidal, Edgar Rodriguez. Anything down from that fight, it's pretty much going to be a battle. And so yeah, guys, as you can see, we talk about MMA.
So many good fights.
So many good fights.
Yeah, the fight game.
Just like all of it. It's exciting. Yeah. Like so much to look forward to, so much to watch, so much to talk about, so much to learn. Like it's dope.
Our podcast will get better every week. We promise.
Without a doubt.
Absolutely. We're gonna have games on here. We're gonna have different toys on the table. We got Jon Snow. We got Goku here. We needed to have some warriors present. Goku, and then of course Darth Vader, our boy.
Go Super Saiyan on y'all right now.
Yeah. He's gonna get there. Super Saiyan God. If you're watching the new Dragon Ball Z,
don't break the toy. Don't break the It's collectors. It's fine. I'm not weird. I'm not weird. But yeah, that's what you guys can expect. We'll talk about fitness. We'll give you guys tips. We'll even, who knows, maybe we'll take journeys somewhere and we'll try something new out together.
Yeah.
There'll be features, absolutely.
There'll be features. Sure. We're going to do it all, guys. This is the beginning.
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, make sure to comment, share, do all that good stuff. Yeah. Help us out. We need the help, Yeah. We'll provide good content, We just need some love, man. Need some love.
Absolutely.
We can promise great things, and this is it, guys. Wow, not bad. Dude, what do you guys think?
Yeah. This is fun.
I enjoyed myself.
We're not even drunk.
Not yet.
No, not even yet. Yeah, we're gonna.
On the way.
We're about to get drunk.
We're gonna get drunk.
About to get drunk. Guys, remember, if you want to stay sexy, tequila and soda is a good drink.
There you go.
We'll be drinking tonight. I'll be drinking tonight.
There's your tip of the day.
Or don't drink. Go green.
Or that.
Just go green.
Or you can go green.
Just go green, guys.
We can go green. That's another topic.
That is. There you go.
We'll cover everything, guys. Yeah. From going green to fighting to MMA to random shit.
There you go.
Wow, I said a bad word.
That was
good.
Oh shit.
That was a first.
We almost made it without a shit or a fuck or a. What other words?
Yes, we're not on Disney. Guess we can't get that Disney plug. There goes Disney.
I think we should play that Blink-182 song.
There you go.
Let's do it.
There goes our sponsors.
Anyways, all right, guys. We'll see you soon.
Right. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time. Peace.
We're out.
Peace, guys.